Welcome, everyone, to this special explainer from Vibrations and Manifestations. I'm your host, and today we are diving deep into one of the biggest topics out there, money. We're going to talk about why all those vision boards, all those affirmations, all those good intentions might not be showing up in your bank account just yet. If you've ever felt that disconnect, trust me, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get into it.
So, does this sound familiar? You're doing the work, you're setting your intentions, but you look at your finances and it feels like nothing is budging. Well, the first thing I want you to hear right now is this. You are not broken, okay? Your desire is pure. It's just you might be accidentally tangled up in a few really common energetic myths that are kind of short-circuiting your flow. So that's what we're here to do. In this explainer, we are going to systematically bust the 5 biggest myths that create these invisible blocks around money. Think of it as clearing the static on the radio so you can finally, clearly tune into the frequency of abundance that is and always has been your birthright. All right, let's start with a big one. You've probably heard this before, right? The idea that if you just meditate hard enough, get your vibration just right, a check will magically appear in your mailbox. And look, the energy part is absolutely true, but it is only half of the equation. Here's the key. There's a huge difference between inspired action and anxious hustling. Inspired action, it feels different in your body. It's not that frantic, panicked, I gotta make this happen energy. No, it's this calm, clear feeling of, oh, this feels like the right next step. It feels light, maybe even a little exciting. Anxious hustling, though, that comes from fear. So the goal is to get into alignment first. And then, when that clear, inspired nudge arrives, you move. Oh wow, this one runs so deep for so many of us. It's that sneaky little voice that whispers, there's something wrong with you for wanting wealth. Or, truly spiritual people are poor. I gotta tell you, I was personally stuck in this trap for years. I can remember this one week. It was just brutal. An unexpected car repair and a medical bill landed at the exact same time. And I was trying so hard to be high vibe and manifest my way out of it, but if I'm being honest, I was terrified and I was exhausted, and I felt like asking for help would mean I had failed spiritually. So I finally swallowed my pride and I called my mom and I just told her I was struggling. And her response it just broke me wide open. In that moment, I realized I wasn't just receiving money for groceries. I was receiving love. I was allowing the universe, through her, to actually show up and support me. And that's the big reframe. Wanting support isn't unspiritual. Receiving with an open, grateful heart is spiritual. Money is just a neutral tool. It's an amplifier. If your core energy is about creating freedom and contribution and ease, then money just becomes a sacred tool to express more of that in the world. This myth creates so much pressure, doesn't it? The idea that you have to be blissfully happy all the time, and if you have a bad day or feel anxious, whoops, you've just pushed all your abundance away. That is just not how this works. You're a human being. I remember one month I was so stressed about rent, my vibe was, in the gutter. The old me would have been too proud, but instead I went to our local food pantry. Just accepting that help, allowing myself to be cared for when I was at a low point, that was the most high vibe thing I could have done. And you know what? Within 2 days, a paid gig landed in my lap that covered everything. So please remember this. It's not about perfection. It's about momentum. It's about the general direction you're trending. It's about reaching for the next best feeling thought, which sometimes is simply relief. Honestly, accepting yourself in a tough moment raises your vibration way more than faking a joy you just don't feel. Now this one is just shame dressed up as spiritual accountability. And it creates this painful, vicious cycle, right? You blame yourself for not having the results you want, which makes you feel bad, which lowers your vibration, which then seems to prove the point that you're doing it wrong. It's time to break that cycle, right now. Your current reality, whatever it is not a judgment. It is not a grade on your spiritual report card. It is simply feedback. It's data. It's the universe gently saying, hey, your energy is focused over here. Want to try pointing it over there for a bit? Let's think of it as manifestation debug mode. We're just compassionately looking for the little glitch in the code, not blaming the user. And that brings us to our final myth, and honestly, this might be the most powerful one to bust. This is the backwards belief that the feeling of abundance is the result of having money, when in reality, it's the cause.
You have to feel it to see it. You have to embody the feeling of wealth and ease now. Even if it's just appreciating the taste of your coffee, or finding a great parking spot, or the feeling of clean sheets. Those small moments train your energy and even your brain to create the pathways for more to flow to you. Gratitude is the ultimate signal to the universe that you are ready for more. Now, here's the really cool part. These aren't just feel-good spiritual ideas. They are actually backed by the way our own biology, our own brains are wired. This is where the magic gets very, very real and super practical. So deep inside your brain is this bundle of nerves called the reticular activating system, or RAS. The easiest way to think about it is like your brain's personal Google search. You know how when you decide you want a red car, you suddenly start seeing red cars everywhere? They were always there, but now your RAS is looking for them. By choosing to focus on abundance, on gratitude, on opportunity, you are literally telling your brain, hey, search for this. Filter my reality to show me all the good stuff I was missing before. And this goes even deeper. You literally cannot be in a state of creative expansion and fight or flight survival at the same time. If you're constantly stressed about money, your nervous system is in survival mode. So doing things to calm yourself down, deep breathing, a walk in nature, anything that makes you feel grounded, that's not a luxury. It's an abundance activator. It tells your body on a cellular level that it is safe to open up and receive. Okay, so we've talked through all these concepts. Now let's shift from just thinking about it to actually feeling it. I want to guide you through a really short but powerful little exercise to anchor this feeling of abundance in your body right now. So wherever you are, just get comfortable. Go ahead and gently close your eyes. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in and let it all go. And now in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine you are standing in front of a beautiful, shimmering building. This is the bank of energetic abundance. You're not here to deposit cash. You're here to make an energetic deposit. So I want you to feel yourself depositing pure, radiant gratitude for everything good in your life right now. Now deposit a feeling of unshakable confidence in yourself. Deposit a feeling of crystal clarity on what you truly desire. And finally, deposit the simple, pure energy of joy. Just feel your energetic account filling up and up until it's overflowing with all of this powerful vibration. Know this in your heart. The universe has received your deposit. Your abundance is already expanding. Take one more deep breath, and when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Beautiful. How do you feel? That feeling you have right now, that is your power. That's your point of attraction. And busting these myths, making these energetic deposits, well, it's just the beginning of truly activating your abundant flow. This explainer really was just a taste. If you want to dive so much deeper into each one of these myths, with more personal stories, more practical exercises, and more of the science-backed tools, then please be sure to check out our full discussion. It's called 5 Money Manifestation Myths Everyone Believes. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now go out there and activate your abundance.